Greetings. So I promised I was going to give an update on how the chemo is going, and now that I guess I'm telling the story in a live present state and not reflecting on the past, I'm actually able to give play-by-plays, as you will. For all of you science nerds out there that keep asking me which chemo I'm getting, I am on what they call cisplatin and venerelbi. Now, it's not the red stuff. I'm capped out on that one. So the cisplatin was in my first chemo as well, um, along with the Red Devil and some other one that I don't know. Now it's just the cisplatin and the Veneralbi. It's not as harsh on the body, and I might even keep my hair this time. So let's see. I was told if I'm gonna lose it, I'll find out this week. Um, I'm also on new medication, which has worked absolute wonders. I've actually got it right here. It's called Akinzio, and it is very expensive to the point where the medical aid almost didn't cover it. How much it actually costs, I don't know. I hear conflicting reports. The chemist says 2.5, the doctor says 5. Um, in rands, either way, it's a lot. And I need one of these per session, and it's very good. Um, I've had no nausea, no throwing up. It's been an absolute game changer, and I'm very thankful for it, and to my medical aid for paying for it. It's a lot. Now, for anyone that watched my previous videos on the first time I had cancer, I'd explained, or the first time I had chemo, I explained that you do chemo in 6-week, 3-week cycles, and you go once every 3 weeks, and that's a cycle. So previously I had it 6 times, once every 3 weeks. But now, instead of getting 6 full doses, I'm getting 12 half doses. And what this is going to enable me to do is it's going to keep me a lot more active. There's going to be much less work downtime. Um, and I'm just supposed to be able to handle it much better. So how that works is they refer to it as day 1 and day 8. So I get half my dose on day 1, half the cisplat, half the veneralbi, and then so that's on a Wednesday. And then the very next Wednesday, I go for the other dose of half, day 1, day 8. Yes. And then that's one cycle. And that's where I am at the moment. So I've had 1 full cycle, 2 halves. And how I'm handling it, I think it's going pretty well so far. I'll start from day 1. I went into the room, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure and fear, I guess. A lot of flashbacks from the first time where I didn't handle chemo well, not at all. I used to be throwing up in the parking lot, but I went in here armed with my new medication, and just 3 years later of hopeful trauma expunging. And oh, I guess one of the other benefits of having half doses is I'm in there for a lot less amount of time. Where previously I'd sit for 8 to 9 hours, now I'm only in there about 4. Still a long time, but it makes a world of difference, I tell you. And yeah, I got through the day, didn't throw up, very impressed. And then I slept a lot. I did a lot of sleeping. The Wednesday and the Thursday, I just slept it away. In fact, I don't remember that Thursday, to be honest. I remember driving to the shops at one point, so I must have been safe to drive. And I remember telling my boss I'll be in work the next day. That's it. I don't remember the rest of it. The Friday I went to work. I was just tired. The Saturday and Sunday, however, those days hit me the worst. I don't know why. I think maybe it's at a point where like the medication's wearing off, but the effects are still up there, and it hits like this weird overlap. Maybe. But the Saturday was really bad. If I had to describe it to people, I wouldn't describe it as nausea. It felt like I'd been poisoned. Like, it felt like something was pulling me down. It felt like my body was heavy, my tongue was heavy. I had this funny taste in my mouth I couldn't shake, like liquid chalk almost, which you just couldn't get rid of. I've been drinking a lot of water, eating a lot of bland food, mixed vegetables, chicken soups, some jelly even works, lots of water, lots of rehydrates. I've been having like a glass of vitamin C every day, just doing all the natural stuff to try and keep the body's energy up. Monday came around and I was savagely hungry. Like, it was almost a problem how much I was eating. At one point, I'd eaten 3 meals before it was even 10 o'clock. Obviously, just the body trying to recuperate the strength. Um, got through there, and then my stomach was really bad. So I guess all that eating had a downside because my stomach just wasn't digesting it that well. And I had really sore stomach pains for the rest of the day. The Tuesday was the first day where I actually felt myself. I felt human again. And then the Wednesday was day 8 and we went straight back into it. This time around, it went much better. The Wednesday itself was worse though. I thought I was going to throw up, especially while I was in the chair getting treatment. But we pulled through, we got through it. The Thursday, I was just tired. Um, but there was no sickly feelings or anything. I was just incredibly tired. I also went and had a CT scan done where they scanned my chest to get baseline measurements on how big the growths were, so that when they measure it later on, they can determine, has it shrunk, has it grown, is the chemo working, is it effective, all that sort of stuff. Friday, went to work. Wait, did I? Yeah, I did. And it was fine. Nothing crazy to report on. Yesterday, which was Saturday, however, I caught some 24-hour bug and I was down, like man down the whole day. Out of 24 hours, I might have slept 15, 16 hours. It was bad. And I actually had a bit of a scare because I was told that if I get a fever, I need to go straight to the ER, because when you're on chemo, your immune system is suppressed and you're obviously much more susceptible to getting sick. Your body can't fight that well. So I was told if I get a fever on the off chance, if it's above 38, straight to the hospital. Took my temperature and it was 38 point something. I'm not sure what it was, like 38.5 or something. It was pretty high. So then it's the whole debate, okay, do I go to the hospital now? I should, etc., etc. But, we had some medication at home and stuff, and we thought, okay, I'll take the meds, make a doctor's appointment. If I've still got a fever by the time we go to the doctor, we'll take it from there. Luckily, by the time I got to the doctor, my fever had broken. The medicine we took was enough to break the fever. Thank goodness. So I just got antibiotics and went home and slept the rest of the day. Today, fever's gone. I don't think I'm sick anymore, but my stomach is just really upset. That seems to be the real theme of this chemo, is that it's just an upset stomach all the way. I get bored of eating bland stuff and drinking water, so I try to mix it up. I don't know if I end up paying for it with how I feel afterwards, or if I'm going to feel this way in any case. I don't know. But now we get a break at least. Today is the 9th of February, and I go back for the next cycle on the 19th. So I have just over a week, about 10 days, to just relax, recover, and get some normality back to my life. And yeah, maybe I'll check in after the next cycle. I'm not going to promise to do these consistently, but yeah, if I do, I'll check you then. See ya.